You gotta stay bullish, guys. And I'm not just bullish on Bitcoin. I'm bullish on this country. What's up, guys? It is Wednesday, August 7th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 855,820. TikTok next block. I don't know what I'm going to name this video. Maybe misinformation, disinformation, question mark. What is it or whatever? I've been watching a lot of news today and last night, and I've seen what Elon Musk is doing. And first of all, let me say this about Elon Musk. Love him or hate him. Let me go in the shade for a second. It's windy out here. Love him or hate him, you got to respect the guy. I know a lot of people don't like the Neuralink thing with the chips in the brain, and a lot of people don't trust him, and they think he's a plant and everything else. But if you just go by actions, I don't care what, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. If you're a Democrat, you don't like Elon Musk, even though he's a registered Democrat, and he has been. He's an old school Democrat. He's like a JFK. You got to respect his what he's doing, man. He's a billionaire. He bought Twitter. Can you imagine if he didn't buy it? Can you imagine what would be going on today? From our town hall, the world town hall, the only mainstream free speech platform that we have. We have Nostr, but I'm talking about worldwide platform. And what Elon Musk is doing and what has done, he's brave, man. He's brave. And to be honest, as dangerous as Donald Trump is to America, the oligarchs of America, not us, but the people that hate him, the puppet masters who are pulling the puppet strings, who hate him. I think Elon Musk is an even bigger threat, because he's all over the world, and he's letting people speak and talk misinformation and disinformation. And for those of you that don't know, Donald Trump did a live with Adin Ross a couple of days ago. I like Adin Ross a little bit. I knew about him from Andrew Tate. I don't follow him. He's an idiot. But young dude and stuff. He's smart as far as his money and stuff, but he just says a lot of stupid stuff. But that stream got over 500-something thousand views. And we are moving into a world that is getting away from the mainstream, but the mainstream is still controlling a lot of people's minds. And there are a lot of NPCs out here. N is in Nancy, P is in Paul, C is in cat. NPCs out here. And if you don't know what an NPC is, 99 of you guys do, and the one that don't. If you're playing a video game, you know how you're the main character, and then you have those little side characters, the non-playable characters, and they're just like robots and stuff, and they just like don't really say anything. They just follow the crowd, and they're just mindless characters. There are more of those out here than you imagine, man. And some of them are your family and friends. And those are the people that the mainstream media talk to or keep information from and propagandize with their narrative and their propaganda. And that's why they hate Elon Musk and people like Donald Trump, especially Elon Musk. And they'll label anything outside the propaganda or their narrative that they lied to everybody about as misinformation and disinformation. Remember the Hunter Biden laptop story? Yeah, boy, YouTube's gonna love this video. YouTube loves me. But we must fight against this. We're going, this election cycle, we're going against the mainstream media. And they should be put up on charges, I believe, for not paying funds for campaign funds for the lies and the campaigning they do for Kamala Harris and her new vice president, the socialists. They're both socialist guys. Now again, let me just say this real quick. Kamala Harris is not going to be running shit when she becomes the president, if she does, right? There's a good chance she's going to be, guys. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, the way they have everything marginalized against Donald Trump, and he's going to be sentenced on September 18th, and they will do anything they can to keep him out of office, and she's already in power. And again, who's running the country? It's not Joe Biden, obviously. There's puppeteers. And for them to skew the audiences and lie to people constantly, every single day, and for people that don't go on X or don't go on social medias and think social media and X and other platforms are just liars and conspiracy theorists and not real journalists and all this other stuff, the NPCs of the world, they buy the absolute bullshit that the mainstream media sells them. And it's a shame, man. These people are, when I say these people are evil, they're absolutely evil. I do, however, feel sorry for some of the NPCs because they don't know any better. But I don't when I actually tell them and show them the truth and then they don't listen to me. I have a lot of people that are like that, and you do too, that I show them the truth, show them the difference, and tell them, I said, do you trust me? You know me for this many years. You think I'm going to lie to you, man? Why would I lie about that? CNN, ABC, all these, they're liars, man. CBS, NBC, nothing but crap. MSDNC, they're all liars, man. They're all liars, and they work for the same people, man. Military-industrial complex and the like. And it's frustrating, man, because we're going against a machine. And what do I mean by we? Now, I'm specifically talking about America, but what's going on over there in the UK? It's crazy. They got puppet masters too. But this is why we broke away from the UK, because we don't want a prime minister like that, and we don't want a monarchy like that. But unfortunately, we've been kind of floating towards that with a big government. Now, we don't have a quote-unquote king or a monarchy, but how big the government is, it just grew over decades and decades and a couple of hundred years that it wasn't supposed to. As our founding fathers wrote the Constitution, we didn't want a country like this. And slowly but surely, they just keep eating away at our rights and our constitutional rights and amendments and stuff like that. And they keep talking about democracy in our country. And our country is not democratic, guys. It's a constitutional republic. And when you have a quote-unquote democracy, that means the demagogues and the oligarchs are the ones really in control. And just, again, go back to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Let's talk about Joe Biden. On June 27th, I don't believe that they pulled a coup on him to put him out there to make him mess up so they can get him out. I don't think so, because they would have been perfectly fine with him being being weekend at Bernie's Biden, the version of that of Joe Biden. They didn't care about that. They just want power. But they took a gamble. That's why they did it early in June. That's why they did the debate early. So if he does mess up, they can replace him. And he just absolutely laid an egg, guys. He absolutely laid an egg. And the reason why I don't think they set him up is because they had him out there practicing for a week. You know what I mean? He just couldn't do it. So what did they do? They tried to kill Trump. A couple of weeks later, 3 weeks later, July 13th, didn't work. 8 days later, he dropped out. Is that a coincidence? Come on, man. And again, if you believe a 20-year-old worked by himself, got on the roof and all this other stuff, and the way everybody's acting afterwards and stuff, the Secret Services and the police and all this stuff, if you think that was just a guy that was getting lucky that day, again, you are an idiot. And so Kamala Harris, now in between that time, between June 27th and July 13th, because those are two major days in our history, when he absolutely laid an egg in that debate, what did the mainstream media do for about 2.5, 3 weeks? They actually did their job, right? They actually turned on the green light and went completely against Joe Biden. And that was crazy. I was like, wow, I remember that. Just go back and watch my videos or go back and watch during that timeline what the mainstream media was saying. They were completely attacking Joe Biden. Is it because they didn't like Joe Biden? Is it because they were being fair? No. They were doing it because they knew Joe Biden had to go. And of course, they're still Trump deranged, but they had to focus on Joe Biden to get him out of there and push him out. And they got their marching orders from these people, these puppeteers, including the crime family, the Democratic crime family I spoke about before, the Pelosi's of the world, the Schumers, the Chuck Schumers, the Clintons, the Obamas. They had to get them out, and that's what they did. And they actually did their job. It was so weird to hear these people, the same people that told us that Joe Biden was as sharp as a tack, and he's the best he's ever seen, and F you if you don't believe me. That's what Joe Scarborough said from MSDNC. But the day after that debate, what did he do? He said, oh man, I don't know about this, and blah, blah, blah. And then the next weekend he left, because that was a Thursday, then Friday, and then he left, and they shut the show down and stuff. When Donald Trump, after he got shot. And it's a damn shame what the propaganda media does. What can we do? We understand it too. Obviously, we don't watch it. Sorry about the wind, guys. Sorry about that. Obviously, we're not going to watch it, but we got to make sure our loved ones don't watch it. Now, again, the people that have Trump derangement syndrome, you can't help those. Some of the NPCs you can help, the non-playable characters, some of them. but most of them you can't. There's just a small group of people you can. But I was talking yesterday about a civil war, and Elon Musk talked about it over there in the UK. And believe me, we're a couple of years behind the UK. If the UK goes into a civil war with a socialist prime minister, and we have two socialists being controlled by a puppeteer who hates Donald Trump and hates this country, because these people hate this country, what do you think is going to happen here? Look what's happening over there. Look what happened in 2020 and 2021, the Summer of Love, with BLM and Antifa and all this other stuff. The stuff they never talk about except Groundhog Day, January 6th. Can you imagine, guys, if the mainstream media actually did their fucking job? Can you imagine if the mainstream media actually covered the news correctly and covered the people correctly? What did they do when J.D. Vance got announced as a VP? And again, it doesn't matter who the VP was on the MAGA side. It doesn't matter. They would attack them. That's exactly what they did. Attack them, right? What do they do when she picks Tim Watts or whatever the fuck his name is? I don't know. I don't care what his name is. What they do? Oh, God, he's such a nice guy. He's such a this. He's a fucking socialist, man. But again, the mainstream media is not gonna cover that. 85% of the mainstream media plays cover for these people, right? But most people, probably 70% of America, don't really pay attention to politics and world economic news and things that's going on in the world until it's almost election time. And all they know when they look up after working 2 and 3 jobs because they can't afford shit, what do they say? Oh man, I'm gonna turn on the news. Kamala Harris will be the first black woman. Oh, okay, she's a good woman. Oh, her vice president is great. Oh, Donald Trump's a racist. Oh, Donald Trump has got 34 felony counts. Oh, okay, well, I got to vote for Kamala. Can you imagine if they actually cover the news correctly? Right? This is why I say we have to do it, right? The people that you know in your inner circle, whether it's in your personal life, your family life, your work life, your online life, you got to get out there and help, man, and help unbrainwash these idiots. Right? We got to do it, man. It's absolute nonsense what's going on out here, man. And people ask me, why am I so angry and shit like that? Because I'm sick and tired of it, man. I'm sick and tired of the mainstream media. I'm sick and tired of the lies, the propaganda, and these absolutely evil, corrupt people, man, because that's what they are. So I'm still bullish on America. Tony asked me if I had an exit plan yesterday. Tony from the Bitcoin Way asked me that. I actually never thought about that. Never gave it some serious thought. I don't know if I would do that or not. It's easier said than done. But I want to stand and fight for my country. But if the country is just completely lost, and these people are just so un-American and they don't even know it, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I do want to stand and fight for my country. I do. But I don't want to be fighting and standing on a pile of ashes. I want to make sure that we have our land still intact for our founding fathers and people, and the brave men and women that came before us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys listening to me rant. If you guys want to help the channel, just hit the like button. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. If you want to donate to the channel, anything you can. If you do want to get some Bitcoin, though, some free Bitcoin, I got a Strike link down below. You can get $5 of free Bitcoin. I love Strike, man. I buy every hour on the hour. It's crazy, man. I love it. I like Swan too, but Swan is more expensive than Strike, and it's all about how many Satoshi you can get for the dollars. And if you still have Strike from my link, I'll keep using it until you're done with your free $10,000. But I heard there's I meant Swan if I said Strike. I've been hearing stuff going on with Swan though. I don't know exactly what's going on. I heard that they've been firing some people. And then I've noticed that my boy Dante Cook hasn't been making any videos. So I don't know what's going on with Swan. If you guys know, leave me a comment in the comment section below. But yeah, guys, but despite all this nonsense that's going on here, we're still bullish, right? And we still got a discount on the hardest asset in the world. No, I'm not talking about real estate. I'm not talking about stocks. I'm not talking about bonds. As much as I love God's money, gold and silver, I'm not talking about that either. I'm talking about the hardest money in the world. It's of the people, for the people, by the people. And I think you guys already know what it is. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.